Yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video on my channel. It's your boy CONGARD, and look, man, we got the best ways to get gems in RR. Now, this video specifically going to showcase 3 different ways, and although I did say it's a new method, it's personally, in my opinion, a new way of getting it, not really a new method of getting it. It's kind of hard to explain, but you're gonna see what I mean by in the video. And yeah, shout out to Hopecore right over here. He's such a good guy, bro. He has so many good units. As you see right here, this is just a little bit, the tip of the iceberg that he has. And it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy how much he plays this game, but you know what? And I mean, bro, look how many like almighties and requiem he has, bro. Like, this is insane. Like, what is this, bro? Bro, it's just insanely overpowered, honestly. Like, it's kind of crazy. But with that being said, yeah, let's get right into the video, man. This is just a quick intro for you guys to know what's up. And yeah, hope you enjoy. Again, leave a like, subscribe, and let's get right to it, man. All right, guys, so here's the deal, man. There's a lot of ways to get RR, and honestly, like, in my opinion, the best way that I found out how to get RR is simply by trading. Now, trading is one of those things that many people don't really know what to do, because although they want to get the best possible offer, they also don't want to overpay people for RR, which is especially very crucial that you don't do it, because you can definitely get a lot more if you just know how to price it. And the best way that I found out how you can sell it is try to sell it for more and buy it for less. So it's a good way to get like solid RR profit. But the best way that you can possibly get it is really just by buying it for gems. Now, try not to scam people, but you know, if you do end up scamming, it probably is gonna work like 90% of the time, to keep it honest. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, the way you do all that is just pretty common. I mean, it's really easy to scam people in this game, especially with doing RR methods and stuff. So all you need to do is basically go on the Discord, as I'm going to show you right here. So as you guys see right here, I'm going to pull up the trading, and when you see the trading, you see a bunch of people selling a bunch of stuff for different things. And you know, as you see, like right here, for example, buying RR 100 each. Now, people do buy for 100 to 120 is usually the go-to price for most people. Now, what people are trying to do is basically buy it for 100 each and then sell it for 120 each. Is pretty much what they're going to try to do, but usually people buy it for like 110 or 100 in general, so you can probably find it pretty much for that price. Again, if you are looking for straight RR, you can try this method, and you can use the gem method to kind of buy RR, okay guys? So this is pretty much the best possible way. And now, if you're interested on how to get into this Discord, I'll have in the description down below. But just in general, this is pretty much what you do. You look around and you look for people that are basically selling it for a very cheap price. Like, yeah, as you see, many people are selling RR, like trade crystals for 100 per one. I mean, you know, a bunch of things like that. You know, very common, very good, and very worth it if you just do a good gem method. So this is just one of the many ways. Just make sure you don't go first, or you have a chance to get scammed. The next way is obviously to go over here to challenges and look for some RR. Now, as you see, guys, it's pretty simple what's happening. Sometimes you have a chance to get trade crystals for doing a challenge, which again, doing challenges is pretty good, but you have to make sure you find the right challenge, because it's a pretty low chance for it to even spawn. So just make sure you watch out and don't really go too crazy on it, but eventually just check in, because you can get like 4 trade crystals just by doing a quick challenge, and you're gonna need to do it anyways for a daily quest, for example. So that's gonna help you a long way. Next up is pretty much just infinite mode. Now, infinite mode gives you trade crystal, of course, but at the end of the day, it's not really the most efficient way, because if you get to like wave, let's say 60, you may get like around like 8. Now, 8 trade crystals may not seem like a lot, but it does stack up once you keep playing over and over again. So just make sure you do that when you are doing that. It will definitely help you a ton in getting trade crystals, and I got 200 in like 2 days by doing it, so it will help you a lot too. So just make sure you do that for trade crystals, and you'll be good to go. Now, in terms of prices, you can get a lot of stuff for trade crystals, if I'm being completely honest. Like, there's a lot of different ways you can use trade crystals in this game, so just make sure you know that before you trade gems for it, because sometimes trade crystals might be a better offer for you, to be quite honest. Now, if you guys were wondering how to basically mix the two, I would suggest you guys just go ahead and play infinite on the first map, getting to like wave 60 and then restarting. That way you would get like 7, maybe 8 RR with like 1,500 gems, which at the end of the day, that will give you the most possible outcome of both. But usually the best way would probably be to trade your stars, to trade your units or to trade any limited at all for RR or for gems. Now it may be a little, but if you stack up, you'll probably get a decent amount of RR for either to trade or for you to be able to use on your units. But that's pretty much the best way to combine the two. So either trade or go to the first infinite and get to like 60 and then retry again will give you the best out of the both worlds. For RR, that is pretty much the best possible way. Now I'm going to show you guys some gem methods that you guys can use really quickly before we end the video. Alright guys, here's a couple ways that you yourself can get a bunch of gems for you to get RR and for obviously you to get gems in general. Now, one of the few ways that I personally like using is AFK Zone. Now, AFK Zone, although you may think that you don't get that much, if you get VIP and you get Premium, you can get yourself a ton more gems and pretty much get around 10,000 every single day just by AFKing overnight, which is quite a bit if you stack up, because 10k gems, you can basically buy 100 RR. 100 RR is basically worth 10,000 gems. Now, by doing that math, you can get 1,000 RR by just AFKing overnight for 10 days, which although may seem like a lot, it's really not that bad if you just do it overnight, because again, you also do it during the daytime by yourself by just playing the game, but also get that little boost at nighttime and you can basically become unstoppable. Now you can multiply that by how many alts you want to use. Of course, at the end of the day, you can use any of these methods by using alts. So obviously, if you would to get like 100 RR or 10,000 gems, you can just multiply that by 3 or 4 depending how many alts you want to use on AFK Zone. But you can use up to 20-40 alts in AFK Zone, but that's just if you want to like pay to win a little bit, then you can go ahead and do that. Another great way to get gems is going to be to, after you finish all your quests, obviously you're gonna have to obviously go ahead and get some gems. Now you can use Tiny Task for this method. If you don't know what Tiny Task is, I'll have it in the description down below, but basically just go ahead, go over here, click enter to play obviously, and then just go ahead and click something like chapter 1 or chapter 2 of the first village of story mode, because this way you can replay and you don't have to worry about anything bugging out. So all you need to do, guys, like I said, is just use Tiny Task to just go chapter 1 on replay mode and just keep playing that over and over again. This will basically allow you to constantly get 30 gems every 4 minutes. It's not that bad. And you also, of course, get some things to basically level up your team and level up your units, which is also a plus side to it. But you will get a solid amount of gems overnight by doing this if you want to also just purely do that. But again, you can multiply this with how many alts you have at the end of the day. Like I'll keep saying, you can always do it with different alts, but basically those are just the best ways to get gems in the game currently. And of course, trading is one big thing that most people are not doing that they definitely should be trying to do. Now, if you want to know the best prices for update 2, I'll do that video next update, which should be tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So again, I'm very excited for this update. I can't wait. Make sure you check out my leak videos. It basically shows everything that's going to be releasing in update 2, which is kind of crazy and kind of hype. So make sure you go ahead and check that. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you go down below, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay safe and peace out.